guys, welcome back. It's Jess with Solbee Home. I had purchased 3 of these glass jars, and this is the second one that is getting a makeover. I did clean the glass with alcohol first, and after that's dried, I'm going to go ahead and add my first layer of paint. And this is a multi-surface acrylic. That's extremely important. It's not a regular acrylic. It will stick to the glass. And I'm choosing to use one of these foam round applicators to apply this layer of paint. I'm actually going to do 2 coats just like this. And that's going to give it some texture that will come through at the end of the project. So this is a decoupage paper by Decoupage Queen. It's called Perfume Labels. And I'm going to be using just one of the labels. I'm going to put a little bit of water right next to me and take a paintbrush and outline the label that I want to use and then just kind of tear it away. That way it's not such a hard cut and can kind of be torn. That will blend better into the background of the bottle. This is a paper that I had purchased on Etsy a while back. I did just do a quick search and it looks like it's still available from some Etsy sellers if you're interested. And I know I've said this before, but I know also not all of you've seen every single video I have. So the decoupage papers that are actually like mulberry or rice paper are much easier than a napkin to work with. Just if you haven't been decoupaging much, it's just a little tip from me, at least my 2 cents. I think most people tend to start with a napkin just because it's readily available, but I don't like working with a napkin at all, honestly. I did a layer of Mod Podge underneath my paper, and then I used my squeegee with plastic to go ahead and smooth it out. And then I'm adding another layer of Mod Podge on top. And I'm going to be using Tulips by IOD as a mold for some air dry clay. I'm using the white DOS. And my first step is to dust my mold with cornstarch, and I like to tap the excess out. And I like to get my clay out and work with it a little bit in my hands to get it more workable. If it's too sticky, it's not gonna cast very well for you. And I'm just going to build a layout on the bottle. I don't really have anything specific in mind. I just want to kind of see how it'll fit around this label. I don't want to cover too much of my label up. And now that I've completed all of my castings, I'm just going to be using Mod Podge to apply these straight to the bottle. And I always keep a little bit of water nearby to kind of smooth some of the cracks out if they're a little too significant. I'm just going to take a little element from the Cameos mold, this little bird, and add it to the neck of the bottle. Now that my clay has been drying for at least 24 hours, I'm going to go ahead and paint the bottle with a chalk style paint. And I'm pulling this color from the decoupage paper to coordinate with the rest of the bottle. And this is where I kind of decide I really like seeing that texture coming through. I'm going to just do a light coat on the actual background, and then I'll get full coverage on my clay pieces. So immediately after this first coat, I'm going to go ahead and take a baby wipe. I'm not letting it dry any longer. It's just been freshly painted, and I'm going to take this baby wipe and do some distressing. Now I'm taking honey wax, and I just want to highlight some of the raised elements on the bottle and some of the distressed areas also. You can use a little wax brush for this, or your finger. I like to do a glove because it's kind of hard to get the wax off. But when I'm doing just kind of highlighted areas, I like to use my fingertip instead of a brush. That way I'm not getting down in the crevices of the details, because I don't want those highlighted. I want them to stay darker. And now, just to kind of tone it back down just a little bit, I'm going to use a rusty brown matte wax to kind of go with some of the distressed areas and smooth that label out just a little bit more.